All right, all right. What's up, YouTube family? This is Mr. Will from Talk About It, New York City. Back again with my man Lazarus, chopping it up about whatever he's been up to and the book he's been reading. And if you guys like this type of comment, this type of conversations, definitely hit the like, share, and subscribe button.
So yeah, I'm on chapter 2 with 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. Chapter 2 was interesting because chapter 2 was about basically the name of the title of the chapter is Treat Yourself Like You're Taking Care of Someone Else. I'm paraphrasing, but it's like, don't take care of yourself as if it's yourself. Take care of yourself as if you're taking care of someone you care about. Before he gets into kind of breaking that down, he talks about why don't people take care of themselves the way they take care of others. For example, recently, just like 5 minutes ago, a young lady was feeding her dog something from the Starbucks cup. She came in, bought something, and fed it to her dog. She didn't even buy anything for herself. So it's like, wow, why'd you do that? Like, what's that about? And the way Peterson describes it is, he goes back to the original time of Adam and Eve, and he breaks down that story, not so much to say that that's exactly how it happened, but he breaks down the story to show you the development of us, of humans. And it says that when Adam and Eve ate from the fruit, they were exposed, right? They hid themselves, they realized that they were naked, and where he brings that out to understand that no one knows themselves like you know yourself. So you know your weaknesses. You know what you're capable of. You know what you've been thinking. You know the things that you've done that maybe other people don't know. So why do you treat yourself like that? Why would you treat yourself like you're really somebody special when you know that you're not, right? So we'll rather treat our kids and our dogs better because we see them as innocent, right? And I understand that because I've dealt with growing up poor. I've dealt with thinking that I was ugly, and because of my condition in life, and then going out in the world and seeing how better off other people were. So there was a negative way of thinking about myself. You see a lot of the youth, a lot of criminal activity. A lot of that is because of self-projection of who they see themselves as, or who others may even view them as, and they personalize that. They take that and make it who they are. Then you may even have people who are well off with money, but they still don't treat themselves in terms of maybe hygiene. They may work too hard. They treat others better. When he moves further on to that, he goes on to say the antidote for that will be think of yourself as innocent, right? Because at the end of the day, you're just human, right? Don't be so hard on yourself. Understand that the way you treat yourself is gonna reflect in your relationships with others.
Who you think you are, and is that a good reflection you see? Is that a good vision you see? And if what you see is that, do you then honor it? Do you then treasure it? Do you then take care of it? Mm-hmm. And so this was a very thought-provoking, dialogue-inducing chapter because it really made you go into yourself in a way that most people haven't really examined themselves and see if there's something worth looking into that they can apply in life. And so I think this chapter is good and is consistent with the book, and in the path and the blueprint that he's trying to lay out is that there are many aspects to ourselves, and each one of them beckon us to look into it. And each one of these rules, I feel, is going to take us into an area where we have to look into it and have a surface or a deep conversation, but at least consider it as we may not have considered it before. So I'm looking forward to hearing about chapter 3. I think this is a good this is a good path. This is a good direction we on. As you mentioned before too, in terms of somebody who's trying to be re-socialized, rehabilitate, and get back into the main flow of life in society. These are good questions. These are good dialogues to be having in terms of the self and how we hold that self accountable and you know and as we move through and progress, I guess with our lives. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what chapter 3 brings and what's the rule there and what's your take on it but if we were to say, you know, to somebody who's just coming home or who's in a predicament or in a situation in life, would you think this is something that somebody would definitely read or hear about and understand and be able to walk away with something?
I think if they're ready for growth, if they're looking for improvement in their life, even if they didn't have a background like mine, I think this would be worth, if not reading, at least looking into. You know, now we have phones and TVs where, you know, you can get an oral and a video presentation of the book. And I would say yes, I would suggest that everyone looks into these 12 rules and at least see what he's talking about with the 12 rules and see if it's applicable to your life. Mm-hmm. I agree, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with that because there's always something to be learned. You know, a new concept, a new thought, a new word, and that could be the catalyst for change.
Right.
And we don't know where change comes from, but it's always here somewhere. We just got to be responsive and attentive to it. Mm-hmm. So, without any further ado, I guess we're gonna do what we have to do, and you guys should do accordingly too. And if you guys like this type of conversations, this type of observations and reflections, by all means, like, share, and subscribe. And we'll be back next week with another one.
Let's talk about it, NYC. Leave some comments.
Yes, let's talk about it, NYC.